Apple, pecan, pumpkin. I'd say those pies are probably the big three right around this time. Pumpkin's my favorite just because I could have apple any time of the year. Pecan, I guess I can't really talk to it because I guess I don't think I've ever had one. That being said, pumpkin's my go-to. But if it's not for you and you want something pumpkin or pumpkin spice, I know pumpkin spice is a bad thing to say around this time because it's literally everywhere. But if you want that pumpkin fix and you don't want a pie, this right here is gonna be your jam. It's basically a cake sandwich that's super moist, handheld, and it's gonna deliver not only the pumpkin spice, but also that pumpkin flavor. Along with a delicious cream cheese frosting going right in the center. Enough from me, I say we get right into it. Let's turn up the heat. You've got the dry and the wet ingredients for this batter. First, we're going to start with the dry. Get yourself a large bowl and a fine mesh sieve because we're going to have some ingredients that'll clump together, specifically the ginger. You're just going to want to push this through and make sure there's no little nuggets anywhere. Starting with 3 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of salt. I'm using a kosher rock salt, so if you're using like a really fine mesh iodized salt, use about a half teaspoon less. And now for the pumpkin spice that's going to warm these cakes up, starting with 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, 1.5 teaspoons of ground ginger, 1/8 of a teaspoon of clove. You just want a dash of clove, not too much because it is very overpowering. And now, just knock this into the bowl. It smells amazing. Now we're going to make the wet. Get 1 can of pumpkin, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, 2 cups of packed brown sugar. If you really want to make sure you're getting the right amount, use 440 grams, 2 eggs, and now we're just going to mix this up. And once it's incorporated, go in with 3/4 cups of oil. Now we bring in the dry, bring in the wet, and now we combine them. And now we fold it in, being gentle not to really agitate that flour too much. The gluten in that flour will start to develop, and that's the last thing you want when you're making a cake. Bread? Sure. Cake? No way. And once it's beautiful and smooth, just like this, it's ready to be scooped up and thrown in the oven. Line 2 baking pans, bring in the batter, and start to scoop, leaving about 2 to 3 inches in between each scoop. Throw those bad boys into your 350-degree oven for 12 to 15 minutes. Do not overbake. The cake is the first step, and the second step is the filling. 1 stick or a 1/2 cup of melted butter. Sorry, softened butter. And 4 ounces of cream cheese. Go ahead and just cream these together. Add a teaspoon of vanilla. And once that vanilla is incorporated, I've got 3 cups of powdered sugar. Go ahead, start to add that powdered sugar in slowly. Don't make the same mistake I did. Use a bowl with much higher rims. I'm gonna transfer this into a different bowl. It'll let you get some nice action and really get that whipped up and super smooth, buttery, creamy. And once you get that larger bowl, it should be perfect, nice and thick, rich, absolutely beautiful. Get a toothpick, pick one straight into the center, clean as a whistle. They're perfectly cooked. Cool for about 5 minutes on the metal sheet pan. Take them and add them to your wire rack to let air flow and let them completely cool. Once they're completely cool, you know what time it is. It's filling time. Snip the end of a piping bag. You don't need a metal tip. If you've got one, go ahead and use it. You just need a round opening, just so you can pipe some of that filling right into the center. Smash them together, and you get a perfect pumpkin whoopie pie. And now the final result. Wow, look at all those whoopie pies. Oh yes, perfect, amazing. Let's try it. Wow, so delicious. The cake itself, not overly sweet. The icing adds that boost of sugar. It's very well balanced. You get that pumpkin, you get that nice warm spiciness from all the clove and cinnamon and ginger. That cream cheese, man, cream cheese frosting does wonders. But these are so good. Definitely give them a try. If you don't want pumpkin pie, make these whoopie pies. If you like this video, give it a big fat thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, and until next time, peace.